And hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Mind of James podcast. Um, as you can see, the streaming studio is all lit up. This is probably my last week on first shift, so we're going to enjoy this. If you do want to continue to see the lights, please hit me up on the Instagram, Mind of James podcast, or Mind of JPA. Now, my full name is James Paul Allville. That's where so Mind of James is taken on Instagram, so I had to go with Mind of JPA. Also on TikTok, Mind of JPA. Anyway, once again, we are drinking the best beer in the land, Yuengling Lager. I just love this beer so much. This is not a paid advertisement for it. This is just me expressing how much I love Yuengling beer. We are smoking on a Raz. We're getting rid of that phone vape because the battery is just junk on that. But we're hitting a Raz. This is watermelon ice. A good product as well. Anyway, this week's episode was going to be about dating. Who cares? Dating in your 30s is like literally... I'd probably... it's not fun. It is not fun. It is so bad that the Hawktua girl, Haley Welch, came out with a app called Pookie Tools to help with dating and whatnot. And I downloaded it. I need some help in the dating world. I'm not good at it. I've had girlfriends for... The longest relationship I've had is 4 years. I'm a loyal person. Very loyal person. Like, if it's serious, I'm going to be serious. If the relationship ain't serious, I'm not going to be serious. Okay? After that, they've been 6 months to a year. I'm not good at it. I mean, I pay my bills. I go to work. You know, not everybody is going to be the perfect person for you right off the rip. You got to work at this shit. Like, that's just how it is. You know, I feel like American women are like, you just, they want you to be what they want right off the rip. It doesn't work like that. Really, you know, even when you find your soulmate, you have to work around things. So this episode's supposed to be about dating, but I am just we're just going to go off the riff here. Been having, especially today, was having a day. And you might see me drinking here just a little more. I got another one cracked so you don't hear it opening. And I'm going to keep looking over here to make sure the camera doesn't freeze up. But my main theme for today was dickless people do dickless things because they're dickless. Now, before I tell you where it's coming from, let me tell you who I used to be. So back in my 20s, early 20s, I was a bit of an asshole, as to put it. I made jokes at other people's expense. I made jokes at just anything I can make jokes at. And I rarely took into effect people's feelings about these jokes. And now in my late 30s, I think when I hit 32, 33, I really started not doing that. Really started caring. As you will. And I just now these days I care about people's feelings. I don't want to offend any. If we're close, if we're tight, if we're a good friends group, we're gonna make jokes about each other. That's just how the shit goes. But I would do it to just random people I didn't know. Like if we had a group of friends together and they brought friends that we didn't know, let her rip. Let her rip. I would just let them rip. So we get to about 36, or the age I am at now. When it comes to drama, I try and stay out of it. And you know what? It comes to the point where it's like, even if you create drama around me or around my name or even use my name in drama, it is what it is, man. I didn't do it. I know I didn't do it. It's all, whatever. People will say shit about you. People will talk about you. And you just got to learn to not give a shit. That's as simple as it is. You just got to learn not to give a shit. And it's going to happen. No matter where you go, someone ain't going to like you. And you just got to learn not to give a shit. So, like, I go through my daily life, and if people crack jokes about me, around me, near me, have your fun, man. Have your fun. And every proven time that I've ever made a joke about someone or talked shit about someone, it has came to bite me in the ass within a 24 to 48 hour period. It has. So, I mean, you want to crack your jokes, go for it. I'm just going to be over here in my own little world, doing my own little thing, hanging out with my own little self. That's it. That's exactly what it is. That's the kind of mentality, that's the kind of mindset you got to have if you're going to attack this world and want to make something of yourself. You know what I mean? People are probably talking shit about me streaming, about me doing a podcast. Let them. Have fun. I'm not a master at it. I am not a master at this. I'm not a master at streaming. I'm not a master at anything that I'm trying to go for that is new. Like, I'm in this PLC course. I'm not a master at PLC. I say once you get about 10 years into it, then you become a master. But I'm not a master into this. I am 2 years into podcasting, 2 years into streaming. No, it's a year into it. So I'm an apprentice. And that's fine, man. I'm gonna look stupid. I'm gonna look like a dumbass, and I'm gonna look like I don't know what I'm doing. Cool. Fantastic. Great. But it gets to a point where it's like, if you guys want to talk all this shit, do it yourselves. Show me something better. Like with comedy. I suck at it. So if you think I suck at it and you want to talk shit about it, get on stage and tell a better joke. That's all you got to do. If you suck at carpentry, you're a year into it and people are talking shit and they have no idea what carpentry does or how you do it, build a better cabinet. Feather your edges. Blah, 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 blah. Welding's the same thing. If you're in welding school and you think, I'm never going to be good at this, practice. There were days where I just welded for 4 or 5 hours straight in a practice booth just to make my uphill vertical welds with stick welding and flux core perfect. You know what I mean? Golfing, same shit. Anything you try to attempt. You know what I mean? And you're going to get people to talk shit. You're going to get people to talk shit because dickless people do dickless things because they're dickless people. Flat out it. So yeah, And the thing, let me go back to creating drama because of my name or because of me. If you have created drama about my name or created drama about me, dickless. Straight dickless. That is it. Straight dickless. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to go to work, get my bills paid, come back here, stream, podcast, PLC. You know what I mean? Like, I'm enjoying this podcasting and streaming. That's it. You know what I mean? The PLC, it's schoolwork right now. We'll get into the actual workings of it later. I don't know when, but we'll at least get through the school part of it. So, yeah, if you've created drama around my name or because of me, you're dickless. And I will say it right now. It's just a matter of fact, man. It's just a matter of fact. And you know what? For the person who's sitting here listening to this go, I'm starting something new. Those people's opinions don't mean shit. They don't mean anything. They are just words. You can do it. You can do it. Don't give in. If they're already talking behind you, they're beneath you. Simple as that. So yeah, that is a good analogy of what is going on in the mind of me. In the mind of me. I just, man, you hear all this saying, you just hear these little sayings. When you go for something, the people that are going to support you are complete strangers. Not your family, not your friends, not anybody that knows you. Strangers will support you. You know what I mean? Nobody at your job is going to support you. It's all on you. And it's all on me to make sure I keep a podcast going. It's all on me to make sure that I keep a stream going. It's all on me to make sure that I get through this PLC school. It's all on me to make sure that I better myself no matter what happens. No matter what happens. And that's the simple truth of it. No one's coming to save you. You are there to save you. Put your trust in God, put your trust in yourself, and keep putting one foot forward in front of the other, and just do it. And like today I got up and I was just like, man, if I could just lay here for the next 24 hours, I could get a recharge. But I couldn't. My bills don't care that I laid in bed all day. My bills don't care that I was sad. My bills don't care. The podcast doesn't care. The streaming doesn't care. You've got to do what you got to do to move forward. And everybody else, especially the dickless ones, can fuck right off. That is it. And one day I hope Yuengling sponsors this podcast because I love their beer so much. If I were to put this podcast in a category, I'd probably say, God, I hope it's funny. You know what I mean? I was laughing my ass off when I came up with that dickless. People do dickless things because they're dickless. Man or woman. Or whatever gender you identify as. You know? It doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Because at the end of the day, if you think you did a good job, that's all that matters. For me, if I did a good job and I feel like I pleased God today, we're good. We are good. We are perfectly good. And I I had to learn a lot in the past year about. Actually, I had to relearn that people's opinions don't pay my bills or don't produce this podcast or the stream. They don't. So it's that. Dickless people do dickless things because they're dickless. Simple as that. And everything else in my life's going pretty good. Like I said, I'm digging myself out of this hole. One layer at a time, 1 foot at a time. One foot at a time. And speaking of dickless people, or doing dickless things, not dickless people. I just lost my train of thought. It's been that kind of week. It's been that kind of day, and this has been nothing but a perfect therapy session. But yeah, man, you just gotta let dickless people do dickless things. If you're in a position where you just have to let it happen, you just gotta let it happen and just not let it bother you. Realize that what they do is not gonna leave a mark on you because it only makes a mark on themselves. It only shows their true character, and it only shows who they really are. Dickless people. That's it. I these past 2 years I've been so bitter about things, and I've been so cynical about things, and I'm over the bitterness. I'm over the cynical. I'm over being cynical. It's just I said this yesterday and I'll say it right now. It is what it is kind of situation. That does not mean it will be that kind of situation for the rest of my life. Today was just a day. These past 2 years were just past 2 years. A blip of the rest of my life. If it's not going to matter in 5 minutes, it's not going to matter in 5 years. That's another good one. Heard that on Instagram somewhere down the road. I don't know. If it doesn't matter in 5 minutes, it's not going to matter in 5 years. So, in 5 minutes time, I'll still be recording this podcast. But, yeah, after the podcast is done recording, in 5 minutes, the rest of my day is not going to bother me. Simple as that. Simple as that. But, yeah, dickless people. It just struck me. I was walking, I got home, I put my gym clothes on because I have a gym at the apartment. Normally I go to Planet Fitness, but today I wanted to come and do the home gym. And it just hit me on the way home. Just dickless people do dickless things because they're dickless. And all you gotta do is laugh at it. Laugh at it. Laugh at them. You know what I mean? Because I feel pity. And I feel And I feel pitiful for him. I feel pity for him. You know what I mean? You just gotta feel pity for him. It's sad. It's sad. It's fucking sad that that's how it has to be. Okay, well, that's how it has to be. It is what it is, and we're just gonna keep moving until we're gone. Until we're gone and on to better things and on to what actually God has for us. So that's what it is, folks. You know, you just gotta learn that when they start firing at you with just the dumbest shit you can think of, just some things, just like what the fuck, are you serious? Like, you went through all that just to try and make me look bad? Ended up making yourself look dumb? That's on you. That's on you. You know what I mean? The joke's on them. The joke, because at the end of the day, they know that they were in the wrong. They're just going to keep trying blaming you and blaming you and blaming you and blaming you. And then when you finally step out of the way to where you always should have been, because you were never the problem, you just let the shit roll on by. Like, bye shit. Not my problem. I'm just here to do a job and go home. That's what you should be thinking. I'm just here to do a job. I'm here to go home. I'm here to this job does nothing but pay my bills. Unless you really enjoy your job. If you really enjoy your job, then it's fine. You know what I mean? It's not fine that these people treat you like that. But hey, get into a position where you don't have to. Or get into a position to where you're over them. You know what I mean? Somebody will recognize your potential and make sure that your potential has a full room to grow in, or a full garden to grow in. No walls, no roof, nothing. Somebody will. You know what I'm saying? That was a good little rant, wasn't it? So, that was a good little rant. And hopefully you enjoyed it, because I sure did. That was on my mind. Like I said, this episode was supposed to be about dating. And I can touch on it just a little bit, because it's quite funny. So, I'm single. Like I've said, the last couple years, actually, since I broke up with the girl that I was in a relationship with for 4 years, it's been a steady plateau of just relationships. Like, they were 6 months to a year. Nothing sustainable. And so I'm swiping on these. I download the apps. I'm on the apps. Let's just say Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. One more. And then an interesting one showed up called Bumpy, which is international. And the first thing that crossed my mind when I downloaded this app, and I started getting really good hits. Talked to a few girls. And the first thing that hit my mind is when Jesus said, when he was walking out on that ocean, and they weren't catching shit, he said, "Cast your net on the other side of the boat." They cast their net on the other side of the boat and reaped a harvest. Reaped a harvest. And boy, am I reaping a harvest. And I am loving it. Since I've been on first shift, it's been a little dull because it's the opposite end of the world. So it's midnight there, noon here. So once I get back on thirds, we'll get back into the swing of things. But the thing is that when it comes to dating, I've had a woman tell me. She asked me if I was involved in my church. I'm like, yeah, I go. She was like, do you get into any activities? I'm like, no, I just go for a message. I'm sorry, I don't think we'll be compatible. Right off the rip, within a first 4 hours of talking. That's how dating is. The standards are high, and so is the audacity. So, I would have to say, if you're not reaping a harvest on one side of the boat, casting it on the other side. And in this specific situation, it is literally an ocean. So I will be casting my net over here. You ladies over here, work on yourselves. Because if you want men to be that thing that you've always wanted, you got to work on it. Relationships are tough. You have some really high points. You have some even lower lows. And if you can get through that lower low, then that high point becomes even higher. And you know that you can get through anything. So, in all retrospect, go where the harvest is. I don't even think that's a retrospect. Like, just enjoy the ups and downs of dating because it sucks regardless. Like, I hate asking somebody new what's your favorite fucking color. I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I hate it. Let me say it again. I hate it. Like, man, dating is just a nightmare. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's shooting fish in a barrel. Aim for a good barrel. You know what? Aim for whatever fucking barrel you want. Just hit the top. Hit the top of the barrel. Because all the bottom feeders are, guess what? Are going to be on the bottom. And we don't want no bottom feeders up in here. You know what I mean? I'm in a very peaceful place in my life to where if you come in and ruin my peace, I will ruin your peace 10 times as much. I have fought too hard, too long to get to the position that I am in now to say, you know what? The day just goes by. We're having fun with the podcast and streaming. You come in here and try and ruin anything. I just want someone to come into my life to see me win just as much as I do. That's it. You be you, I'll be me, and we'll have fun together. I don't need to be stuck up somebody's ass 24/7. I don't need you stuck up my ass 24/7. Don't need it. Not a fun thing, folks. And I've been in those kind of relationships. What are you doing? 20 minutes later. So what are you doing? Oh my God. It's not fun. Dating in your 30s is literally, I would probably say, the equivalent of either watching paint dry, flies fuck, or getting your teeth pulled. Whichever one sounds worse to you. Whichever one sounds worse to you. Preferably, I don't want my teeth pulled, so that's the worst for me. If I had to, I could watch paint dry. And flies fucking, I've never seen that, so You know, it'd be quite interesting to see. So, I think we will officially name this episode "The Standards Are High and So Is the Audacity." We'll wrap that kind of up in a little bit in a bow. We'll put a nice kiss my ass on it. And we'll make sure that life keeps happening, folks. Life is going to keep happening. So find a joke in it somewhere. Find a joke in it somewhere. If you could be so kind and to be gracious enough, you can go check me out on Twitch, which is www.twitch.tv/on-level162. My main stream night is Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Instagram is I just had a really big brain fart. I am completely sorry. The Instagram is at on a level 162. TikTok at on a level 162 gaming. We're gonna make some changes over there. It's getting a little. We're just gonna make some changes. So look forward to it. The Instagram and TikTok for Mind of James podcast is at Mind of JPA on Instagram, and TikTok at Mind of JPA. You can also email me at mindofjpapodcast@gmail.com for any questions, concerns, comments. Actually, you know what? Keep the comments in the comment section down here. Comments in the comment section. Because I don't care. Unless it's good, I don't care. I think that's about it, man. If you want to see, I do have a personal Instagram, but it's I don't know, private, I guess. You got to request a follow, so it's at the beginning of the video. So scroll back and look at it. Is there anything else? No, there isn't. So everybody, thanks for joining me. This is the Mind of James podcast, and I will see you all on the next one.